Thanks, Shelby. A pilot banging on the cockpit door, passengers screaming in fear. Prosecutors say the co-pilot intentionally crashed that Germanwings plane that went down in the French Alps, killing everyone on board, including a Virginia mother and daughter. Working for you, Melissa Hipolit talks to a local pilot who explains how a safeguard put in place after 9/11 could have backfired in this case, Melissa?
Yeah, Jules, that pilot tells me security improvements were made after 9/11 to make sure passengers could not enter the cockpit. But we're learning that those changes could have hindered the captain of this plane from saving his flight. Passengers at Richmond International Airport say news that a German pilot purposely crashed the plane he was flying, killing 149 people, has them reeling.
Yeah, that's terrible.
I was shocked.
Officials disclosed that 28-year-old Andreas Lubitz was alone at the controls of the Airbus A320 when it crashed into the French Alps. They say the plane's captain left the cockpit for a moment, and when he returned, could not regain access even after banging on the door. Officials say the co-pilot activated the descent of the plane and breathed calmly until the crash.
We can conclude that in all circumstances, it's deliberate.
We talked to a local captain who flies the same type of plane for a major U.S. airline. We are not identifying him at the request of the airline. He says in the United States, if a pilot leaves the cockpit for any reason, a flight attendant is required to stand in the cockpit. But at Lufthansa, which is a German airline, the pilot can be in the cockpit alone. While we're still learning details about what happened on Lubitz's flight, the captain we spoke with says pilots can access the cockpit in emergencies by entering a code. But it is possible to lock them out for 5 to 7 minutes by hitting this button. Officials have not yet said if the captain tried to enter that code. While the world waits for answers, some travelers remain uneasy about flying.
So it's going to go through my head now when it's time for me to go back home.
Now, those cockpit door lock procedures were put into place after 9/11. Officials say they will now review if anything more can be done to keep passengers safe. Working for you, I'm Melissa Hipolit for CBS 6.